Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm the CRO at NomadGo. We're a spatial AI company based in Seattle in the States. We're focused on automating your inventory count in store. So I mentioned we're a spatial AI company. That's slightly different from computer vision in that we enable you to understand your world in 3 dimensions. So let me explain why that's important to you. We enable you to accurately count items on the shelf, understand the shelf and location capacity in every one of your stores, and assess performance of the different stock keeping locations within each of your stores. So, if we're here today to discuss on-shelf availability, that's been a topic for sessions like this for years. So why haven't we solved this yet? Why would it be any different now? I'm going to describe how we've approached the problem and show you that this is now resolvable. So our technology was designed for the challenges of use by casual workers in thousands of locations. We run on phones and tablets, so it's a very familiar technology. By the third time of using it, we see 95% plus automated count numbers, and it's 10 times faster than the current manual count. What's most important is all the AI runs on these devices, not in the cloud. The only data we send to the cloud is the results. There's no video, there's no images, there's no GDPR issues. We have very low network requirements. And most importantly, your users get instant AR feedback that they've hit every spot on the shelf. And if there's something in front of them that isn't in the right place, they're prompted to move it. So we started in restaurants and coffee shops, and we grew into direct store delivery. We tested our capability at scale from that direct store delivery business in large and small format retailers. But rather than describe it, let me show you. We have a video here that will outline or show you in real time what this looks like. So this is Danny. He's a sales and merchandising rep walking into a convenience store to scan the shelf and see what he needs to restock and reorder today. Instead of counting, writing on a piece of paper, and inputting to a separate ordering system, he scans the shelf. We detect that he's got the assortment right and that the items are in the right location per the planogram, and then we input that inventory count data directly into the ordering system. What you can see here is we can identify the item, we can identify where there are voids, we know what should be there because we know the planogram, and in real time, and much more smoothly than this video would give you an idea, you can count items. This is some work we've done in a large format retailer. And the reason I show you this is you need to understand the speed that this operates at. Jack is scanning an entire aisle for a soda brand, 700 SKUs, 3,000 items in less than 2 minutes. So we've got the ability to identify items, count, locate, compare to the planogram and detect compliance, provide real-time feedback to the user. Additionally, when you are performing that same scan, you're also getting data on shelf capacity and location performance. So we're NomadGo, and we'd be delighted to show you this. And in real time, we can give you a live demo that will show you a performance that's a little better than the herky-jerky way this video ended up being coming out. If you go to our website, you'll see the real thing. It's a real-time scan. of a large format store shelving unit. Thank you.
Andrew, thank you very much indeed. We've got some CPGs as well as retailers on here. I guess the product is as relevant to retailers as it is to a CPG. One of the board members of ECR is Gyeonggi Hidasi from Procter & Gamble. Gyeonggi, do you want to just share a few questions or comments on what you've just seen here, please? Gyeonggi, are you able to unmute yourself?
Colin, I've got a question if I can interrupt.
Yes, please. Yeah.
My question would be, how does this actually work with shelf-ready packaging and maybe loose items being misplaced behind shelf-ready packaging on? I assume that there'll be still needing to be some degree of prep to the shelving in order to make sure that we pick up everything.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, so we have really two pieces of organizational guidance that need to be adhered to. The first is that like items should be behind each other, which is another way of saying, you know, your shelf should be merchandised in a way that you'd want to see it be merchandised. Because you're right, if you've got an item that is right at the back behind different items and you can't see that, it's really difficult to count it. But if you've got like items behind each other, whether they're front faced or pushed to the back, we can count them. So the second piece of organizational guidance we need to know is, how do you expect your items to be merchandised? What you would have seen in the video is you have some bottles that are on a gravity-fed shelf. So what we do is we revert to an ability to count the tops of those bottles. But if you've got items that are pushed to the back, then we've got different count methods to enable you to be able to see on a depleted shelf how many items are there. So it works either way. Like I say, the performance is extremely quick as a result. Thank you.
Thank you. Good presentation, thanks.
Very good. And perhaps we go to Ursula, who's out there in USA. Ursula, are you able to talk from your perspective and how you think this might be relevant to Procter & Gamble or any other CPG?
Sure. Counting is the biggest issue with, accuracy for in-stock. So definitely, thank you for sharing this. I thought it was something impossible. My question to you is, will this work in any store environment like club or home improvement, where you are dealing with pallets, not, just a few shelf units, and sometimes, people create pyramids, not. So how do you read counts in those instances, if it's possible?
That's a very important question. The answer is yes. So let me give you a couple of examples. We work with a big soda company, soda and snacks. They create custom displays in stores and wanted to understand how many items were there and was the assortment of items correct? Was it only their product? So we've got methods of scanning palleted stacks or unpalleted assortments of items and counting how many things are there. It will tell you what's there, the quantity, and where the items are in 3D space. So if you've got a foreign product, you can actually hover over it and trigger the user to see that that is a product that should not be there. And then, we can even do, based on the work we did in restaurants, where you're looking inside a box and seeing how many ketchup packets have we got. You could apply that to like a DIY place and look inside a bucket and see how full is that of screws. It's 40% full, 60% full, needs replenishing. So yeah, there are a variety of different techniques we can use.